Data learners. Today, uh, we will work on the topic of subquery in SQL language. And today we will show how we can use subquery as well as join uh, for the same results. So basically, it's a part of a subquery topic, and and I will consider it as second number video for our focus on the subqueries. So let's start. So so basically, our subquery today is we are using as usual for our these tutorials we are using AdventureWorks 2019 database. Let me show you. This is our database. I always show that you can download that and attach it into the into your SQL Server Developer Edition or whichever you have. So this is our database, and these are the table we will work: sales dot store and sales dot customer. So we basically we'll be working on two of these two tables, and what our objective is, uh, we want to have the name of the store, sales store of a company where the business territory is not, they don't, the store which does not belongs to a territory 5. So in other words, we are looking for example, there are a lot of McDonald's all over in a certain area, but we want to exclude those McDonald's falling into a specific uh, area or a subcategory of the area, right? For example, uh, we want to include all these McDonald's which are falling within the city of Toronto, Mississauga, uh, and for example, Brampton, these three stores, but we don't want to include these uh, the store located in Scarborough. Okay, so that's our goal. So we just want to have these store names belonging to three areas, as I mentioned. So how we can select this data from our database. So this is just an analogy I made, but here in the real, in our example, we are doing the same thing. Select name from the stores, where stores dot business entity, not in select sales dot customer ID from sales dot customer, where territory not equal to 5. So they want all the territories but not territory 5. So let's say, let me show you what we are talking about. I've selected the data from the database. We have all the stores. We have all the stores here. For example, Riders Company is in the territory 5. We have the store top of the line bikes. These are in the territory 5. So in the subquery, we don't actually want to exclude these store. Okay, so Let's first see the data. Sales.stores. Let's run this. So this is our table. We just we just extract the data from stores, like adventureworks.sales.store. So we have a business entity ID, name, person. But here you see we are missing in this table. We are missing the territory ID. So that's what we are working on it today. So here we created the query. Select name from sales.store. Okay, name of the store, name here, where sales.store.business entity, not in select sales.customer.customer ID, from sales.customer, where territory ID is not equal to 5. So let's look into the data of sales.customer. So here we have the customer ID, and then we have territory IDs. But we are using this as this customer ID is basically a business entity in the, this is a foreign key in the sales.store, right? The store has a business entity, and then the customer has a customer ID. So this is the primary key which is named as customer ID in customers table and business entity ID in stores table. That is a foreign key, right? So we'll go to the our main query, and we selected, or in other words, we are asking the database to select the name of the customers from sales.store, where the business entity or the customer ID not in. Then again it's selecting that is, then we have a subquery, select sales.customer.customer ID from sales, where territory ID not net territory ID is equal to 5. So where here we are using the not in clause. Not in clause shows that we want the name from stores, right? We like for example, if we cut this, we have all the names, but when we add this part of the query, it says where sales dot business entity not in, then we have to select customer ID, sales.customer.customer ID from sales.customer, where territory is ID is equal to not equal to 5. So then when we run that query exists. So all of these customers names or store names where the business entity or the customer ID not falling into the territory 5. So let me show you in another let's look this query into another angle, through another angle, right? For example, we are using uh, the same database, and we're selecting select store.name, sales.store.name, sales.customer.territory ID from sales.store. But here we will use a join, as we already have created a join. So this query will also highlight the join, so to show you the data from both tables, from customer and the stores. So we got the name from the stores table, stores name, and then we selected the territory ID from the customer table. See, in the customer table, we have the territory ID. I'm repeating this again and again because just to, in a tutorial, it's better to uh, repeat things which help understand for the which would be easier for the learners. So let's run that. You see here we have only the customer ID. We have only the customer ID, and we also have the territory ID. But in the sales.store, we have the store name and the business entity ID. So this basically this is the primary key of the store, right? And in this table, this is the customer ID. For example, one is this is a customer ID 1, but here we don't have the name. So let's go back to our query where we use the join. So here we are saying select sales.store.name and the customer.territory ID from sales.store, join sales.customer on sales.store.business entity. Stores business entity is equal to sales.customer tables customer ID. So now we have all these consolidated data from two tables, the name of the store and the territory ID, by joining these two tables, right? But now we don't want the territory number 5. So we can use, we can also get our result through this alternative of joining these two tables. Okay, so here we can write where sales dot customer dot ter territory ID not equal to 5. So we'll get the same results but with additional field of territory ID. So let's run that. Now you see you have these 5, but if we run this query, we don't have the 5. But sometimes, like for the security reasons, the companies don't want to show the customers or the end users this certain pieces of information. For example, they don't want to show the territory ID to the end users. That's why here we use the subquery. Let's go there. We'll write another query, and then just so now can remove this too. Okay, let's run that. Here we are getting the we will get the same result. Here we utilize the join table, and we have the two fields, one from store and one from the customer, this territory. But and by joining sales.store dot business entity is equal to customer ID, customer in this table, customer.customer ID, and we wrote this one. So we got these two fields here by using the join, but when we use the subquery, we use name from the sales.store, where sales.store.business entity, right? This is a customer ID basically, or a customer ID in the customer field, or is the business entity here, not in. So they don't want to show the name of the store where it's business entity, not in. Select sales.customer.customer ID from sales.customer where territory ID is equal to 5. So they don't want not in. That's what means that they don't want those where the territory ID is equal to 5 in the customer table. So let's run this one. So here we have the result, and let me show you with the join. So with the join, where we use the join, we have both fields by joining these two tables, store and the customer table, and getting the desired field from the name and this from here. But when we can remove that also, but that's the reason I'm showing both of these two methods is basically uh, to explain subqueries. Later on, we will discuss more about when to use subquery and when to use a join. But in today's video, our topic was to more focused on the subquery, and we took the help by from another query to explain what we were trying to do, right? So I hope I was able to convey the topic, the main core of the topic of subqueries. And if you like this video, please subscribe and our channel and like this video. Thank you very much and have a great day. And if you have any comments or queries, please let's leave the comments and we will answer. Thank you. Have a great day again.